Welcome to Easy Way for Education. Kite Victors +1 Economics Class 2017-2018 അസൈൻമെന്റ് ആൻസേഴ്സ് ആണ് ഇന്ന് ഞാനിവിടെ പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ് 27 അസൈൻമെന്റ് ആൻസേഴ്സ് ആണ് പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Question 1. Explain the concept health infrastructure. Health. Health can be explained as mental, physical, and social well-being, which is the resources of living a full and happy life. Good health doesn't only mean an absence of disease, but having an ability and willpower to overcome and bounce back from sickness and other physical or mental issues. A healthy individual contributes to the maximum of overall development and growth of a country. A developed health infrastructure also guarantees a country of strong and healthy manpower for the production of goods and services. Health infrastructure includes advanced machines, specialist doctors, nurses, and other paramedical professionals, and developed pharmaceutical industry. State of health infrastructure. During 1951 to 2013, the number of government hospitals and dispensaries increased from 9,300 to 44,000. Hospital beds from 1.2 to 6.3 lakh. Nursing personnel increased from 0.18 to 23.44 lakh. Allopathic doctors from 0.62 to 9.2 lakh. Private sector health infrastructure. The private sector runs more than 70% of hospitals in India. Two-fifths of the beds available in hospitals are in private sector. More than 60% of dispensaries are run by the private sector. Private sector has been playing a dominant role in medical education and training, medical technology and diagnostics, manufacture and sale of pharmaceuticals, hospital construction and provision of medical services. Medical tourism, a great opportunity. Because our health services combine the latest medical technologies, have qualified professionals, health system is cheaper for foreigners as compared to cost of similar healthcare services in their own countries. Community and non-profit organization in healthcare. One of the important aspects of a good healthcare system in community participation, it functions with the idea that the people can be trained and involved in primary healthcare system. Seva in Ahmedabad, Accord in the Nilgiris. Indian system of medicines, Ayush. At present, there are 3,167 ISM hospitals, 26,000 dispensaries, and as many as 7 lakh registered practitioners in India. ISMS have huge potential and can solve a large part of our healthcare problems because they are effective, safe, and inexpensive. Health infrastructure critical appraisal. The health status of a country can be assessed through indicators such as infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, life expectancy, nutrition levels, along with the incidence of communicable and non communicable diseases. Expenditure on health is very low. In India, 17% of world population had 20% of global burden of diseases. Communicable diseases account for more than half of GBD. Around 5 lakh children die of waterborne diseases, 2.2 lakh due to malnutrition. Only 20% of people use public health facilities. Only 38% PHCS have enough doctors and medicines. The danger of AIDS is also looming large. Second question. Examine the urban rural divide in healthcare in India. Rich, poor, and urban rural divide. 70% of population live in rural areas while only 20% hospitals are found in villages. Only 50% dispensaries are in villages. Rural areas have only 30% of hospital beds. PHCS do not have facilities like X-rays, blood tests, etc. Rural health care do not offer specialized medical care. Shortage of doctors in rural areas. Rural people are forced to spend a big part of their income for medical treatment. Explanation. Through 70% of India's population lives in rural areas, only one-fifth of its hospitals, including private hospitals, are located in rural areas. Rural India has only about half the number of dispensaries, out of about 6.3 lakh beds in government hospitals. Roughly 30% are available in rural areas. Thus, people living in rural areas do not have sufficient medical infrastructure. This has led to differences in health status of people. As far as hospitals are concerned, there are only 0.36 hospitals for every 1 lakh people in rural areas, while urban areas have 3.6 hospitals for the same number of people. The PHCs located in rural areas do not even offer X ray or blood testing facilities, which for a city dweller constitutes basic healthcare. States like Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh are relatively lagging behind in healthcare facilities. In rural areas, the percentage of people who have no access to proper healthcare has increased over the last few years. Villagers have no access to any specialized medical care like pediatrics, gynecology, anesthesia, and obstetrics. Even though 380 recognized medical colleges produce about 44,000 medical graduates every year, the shortage of doctors in rural areas persists. While one-fifth of these doctors graduates leave the country for better monetary prospects, many others opt for private hospitals, which are mostly located in urban areas. The poorest 20% of Indians living in both urban and rural areas spend 12% of their income on healthcare, while the rich spend only 2%. Many had to sell their land or even pledge their children to afford treatment. Since government run hospitals do not provide sufficient facilities, the poor are driven to private hospitals, which make them indebted forever, else they opt to die. Next, class 2018 assignment answers. First question, list out the functions of environment. First point, it supplies resources. Resources, renewable, non-renewable. Renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which can be used without the possibility of the resource becoming depleted or exhausted. That is, a continuous supply of the resource remains available. Examples of renewable resources are the trees in the forest and the fishes in the ocean. Non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources, on the other hand, are those which get exhausted with extraction and use. For example, fossil fuel. Second point, it assimilates waste. Third point, it sustains life by providing genetic and biodiversity. Fourth point, it also provides aesthetic services like scenery, etc. Second point, second question, classify the following into renewable and non-renewable resources. Coal, forest, fish, petrol. Renewable resources, forest, fish, non-renewable resources, coal and petrol. ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോ. പിന്നെ ഈ വീഡിയോ ഇഷ്ടമായി ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യാനും കമൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനും സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാനും മറക്കരുത്. പിന്നെ ഈ വീഡിയോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആയാൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സുമായി ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാനും മറക്കരുത്. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.